welcome back to Good Morning KU. My name's Abby.
I'm Lily Stewart.
And we're here to just open up your morning. So how was your weekend?
I had a phenomenal weekend.
Oh, really? What'd you do?
Well, I started off, I'm on the rowing team. I had practice in the morning. Then a couple teammates and I went to St. Louis to see the queen herself, Beyonce.
Oh, there's the Formation Tour?
Yes.
Okay, how was it? I've heard it's phenomenal.
It was fantastic. She is just quite the performer. Like, I don't know, I love Beyonce anyway, but just seeing the way she set up that show and just all the graphics she had a video going along like the whole time she was performing. It was crazy. And then it was super cute. About halfway through, after she did Single Ladies, one of her dancers' boyfriends, she called him on stage and he proposed, and it was just...
No way.
Yeah,
that is so
cool.
sweet. So, like, besides that, like, what was, like, your favorite part? Like, any cool songs? Did she bring back any of, like, Destiny's Child, or was it just, like...
She didn't go Destiny's Child. I think the farthest back she went was Me, Myself, and I.
Okay.
But she did a ton of songs from 4, and, I don't know, Countdown is one of my favorite songs.
Oh, yeah,
so I thought she killed it. But
Good. That was always fun. Beyonce is, like, totally a bucket list concert to go to.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Like... She should never, like, I really wanted to go to the one that she did with Jay-Z. And it was like the Mr. and Mrs. Carter tour or something.
Yeah.
I thought that would be really fun. Good. So I heard that you went to, it's called, like, Rock Chalk Choice Awards. So can you, like, explain, like, what that is all about and, like, how that all went down?
Sure. Rock Chalk Choice Awards is pretty much, it's kind of like the ESPYs if you've ever watched on ESPN.
Yeah.
So all the athletes get all dressed up. It's the closest thing we have to a prom, without dancing, of course. And there's a red carpet. You take pictures with teammates and family members. And then you go inside, and there's some food. And then you go inside into the lead center, and you sit down. And the theme this year was So We Know We Can Dance. And they just give out a bunch of awards for all the hard work that we put in. And there's Male Athlete of the Year, Female Athlete of the Year, Jayhawker Award. There's just a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So,
like, what was, like, the biggest award that you could have, like, gotten? Or is there one, like, the one that you really want?
I don't know if there's, I don't know. Moment of the Year is really cool. This year, volleyball won it for their win over USC when they were in postseason play. So that was really awesome. It was volleyball, men's basketball against Oklahoma, when tennis beat Texas, and cross country. Rowing was up for it last year, so it's pretty cool.
Fun. So, like, did you hear about the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 phones that are blowing up, like, literally across the country?
I did!
Yeah.
Like,
what was that about? So, like, the phone's battery apparently is so, like, janky that you can't charge it for a long time. Like, I was watching the news. I went home this weekend, and I was watching the news with my parents, and there was a Jeep. Like, a guy left the phone charging on his Jeep, and he's like, oh, like, I'll be back in 5 minutes or whatever. It was a short period of time. And it blew up, and he walked outside, and his whole car was on fire. And they, like, there's, like, I think they said 35 phones have blown up so far, causing injuries to people. And they said if you have the phone, just to turn it off, stop charging it, and stop using it. Which is, like, okay, like, what are you going to do? Buy me a new car after you just blew it up? Like,
seriously.
What can you do? I don't know.
I wonder who built that phone. Speaking of phones, have you heard how expensive these new iPhone 7 earphones are?
Actually, no. I know that they're astronomical, though.
Okay, so the new phone, there's no headphone jack. So they're like wireless headphones, but they're like $150, $170.
You're kidding me.
No, that's what I was like.
So they aren't just, like, putting them in, like, the thing that you usually get when so you have to buy them separately?
Oh, I don't know. I know if you buy them separately, they cost that much.
Oh, my
God.
Like, that does make sense. They're playing Straight Outta Compton this weekend. I'm going to tie this in because Dr. Dre is the one who made Beats, and Apple bought Beats, like, 2 years ago, like, last year. And so, like, obviously they're going to profit as much as they can from that because, like, I don't know. That is so crazy. And, like, the jack thing, like, how you have to charge it to your phone or something. Like, why are they making it more complicated?
I don't know. I saw a really funny tweet the other day, though. Someone was talking about how, right as this iPhone 7's about to come out, my iPhone stops working. Curious.
I think they do make the updates slower on your phones, though, because, like, I remember that happened to me, like, and then, like, they speed right back up again, like, a month later or something.
Like, all right.
I understand your marketing game right now. I mean, what are you going to do? They're trying to make a profit.
Fair enough. Yeah. Did you catch the Chiefs game this weekend?
No, I didn't.
It was crazy. They were making me mad. They were down 24-3 at one point in the game, and they came back to win in overtime.
Who'd they play?
San Diego.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Phillip Rivers was on this weekend.
Was he? Mm-hmm. Good for him then.
Yeah.
Apparently Kansas football was not on.
You know, they had a comeback at one point. I mean, hey, at least they won last week.
True.
They put in a lot of hard work, I'll give them that. They put in a lot of hard work, and, you know, I'd like for them to see results, but they're moving, progressing. Things are getting better than last year.
Well, that's always good. Like, I feel like they kind of, at least they won one game, and
Yeah.
now they can live off that hype and still try and, like, continue on.
It builds morale within the team.
It really does, yeah. Well, thank you for listening to us. Why don't you come right back for an interview? Thank you.
When you shop local in the heart of the city, you support the people that make our community thrive. The money you spend here stays here, in this place we call our home. Lawrence, Kansas, where there's good old-fashioned hometown pride. Eat local, drink local, shop local.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm Al Moore, and I'm here with Leti.
Hello.
So, Leti, you've been on Good Morning KU before, right?
Yeah.
But you're not doing it this year with us.
Unfortunately, I'm not. I miss it a lot, though.
Yeah, do you want to tell us why you're not,
So I am food board manager for the scholarships all this year, which is an RA that goes grocery shopping.
Oh my gosh,
So-
how do you get that job?
I mean, the application is the same as an RA, and then I have to do all sorts of stuff and interviews, and I'm here since August 4th because I had training, and that job takes a lot of time. So, and the biggest reason is because I have class, but really, it's just really hard living where you work and class, and I have class at the time that we usually prep for Good Morning KU.
So, do you like being a grocery shopping RA? Is that like kind of a lingo that you would call yourself?
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's good because the residents know that and food is just something that makes people bond, you know?
Yeah.
So it's so awesome when people come up to me, it's like, oh my gosh, I saw that you got beef jerky, you're the best. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
So you're the favorite one.
Yeah, between me and my proctor, I'm sure people like me better.
And so are you majoring in journalism then, if you were on Good Morning KU before? Or?
Yeah. I'm majoring in journalism and strategic communications,
Okay.
and minoring in business, which is something that lots of
Wow,
people do.
you like have your whole you're just set right now.
Yeah, people make fun of me because of that. I tend to think 5 years ahead of time.
But that's good to set goals,
Yeah, it has its disadvantages. Sometimes I just get too caught up in the future, and then I started crying, and people are like, what is going on? It's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pass the GRE, and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it's good to have, aspirations and be in the future, but also good in the present. So you are from Brazil, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so do you were you at the Olympics this summer?
I was not there over the Olympics. However, I was home, and when I'm flying back home, I stopped in Rio. So both when I went home and when I came back to the United States, I was at the airport, and I had a conversation with one of the ladies that worked there. She worked for Delta, and I asked her how was the movement because of the Olympics. She's like, right now it's not that bad. I came back July 11th, if I'm not mistaken. She's like, right now it's not that bad, but if you look at the flights scheduled for August, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And so Rio has 2 airports, and one of them, it's only for domestic flights, but it was too close to where they would have the sail competition, so they have to shut down the airport during the Olympics and transfer all domestic flights to the international airport. So that airport had all the flights coming for the Olympics, plus all the domestic flights that would otherwise go to the other airport.
That sounds like too busy and hectic. Like, oh my gosh.
Definitely. I'm kind of glad I wasn't there for that time.
How long was the flight though, from here to Brazil?
It's total time, it tends to be 17 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Coming back this time, it was 20 because I missed one of my flights when I was in Atlanta. I missed one of my flights, so it ended up being 20 hours.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's like almost an entire day just up in the air.
I know.
Cruising
it's
through
the
the
worst.
clouds.
I hate it. Yeah, but
So did you watched the Olympics then, like everyone else, right? But you just didn't watch them in Brazil.
yeah. Fun fact: I was in training during the Olympics, so I missed actually lots of things that I would like to watch. I did judo for 7 years,
Oh
and
my
Brazil
gosh.
got a gold medal in like women's judo, and I was so sad I was not able to watch that. I watched the fight after, and I just started crying. I was so proud. I was like, yes, look at that. So
Do
yeah.
you still do judo?
I don't. KU used to have a judo club, but I don't anymore. I miss it a lot, though. I really like it.
But you can like break out your moves anytime you want, right? You still like know your
Yeah,
judo stuff.
I was pretty good at it.
Ah, that is so cool. I've never heard anyone doing that before.
It's pretty cool. Martial arts in general are just a really cool thing to do. If you're ever into that, you should check. We have a martial arts club here at KU, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of clubs here at KU, you know, anything for anyone. So tell me, so you are in the journalism program. Have you done any other clubs besides the judo club or Good Morning KU or being like a grocery shopping RA?
I'm part of the journalism student leadership board, and we meet like once a month, kinda. Our first meeting is gonna be September 28th. And it's a meeting, I would say around 30 students, and the dean is there. And she kind of like asks us what is the student body feeling towards some decision that she could make. So it's a really cool thing that I do. I work mostly on curriculum, so we are divided by networking, curriculum, and diversity. And I work mostly on the curriculum, and I really like it there. It's a cool opportunity to improve the J school.
Yeah, that's awesome that you like are right on there and like can make awesome student decisions for everyone else.
Yeah, I try to at least.
So what is your favorite thing about KU? I know you're a junior now and you've like been here a little bit, but I'm like a transfer student from Minnesota here. So
Oh, cool.
tell me like what you absolutely love about KU.
But the volleyball team.
The volleyball team, really?
Yeah,
Not the basketball team?
I like the basketball team. Don't get me wrong. I love going to Allen Fieldhouse. I can't say it's once in a lifetime experience because I've been there several times, but like if you have to go to Allen Fieldhouse at least once if you're here at KU. However, volleyball, it's possibly my favorite sport, and we are doing so good right now. I went to the 2 last games that they had here at home. I always sit next to Ben, and it's just great. I took pictures with my favorite players this last Saturday, which was also fantastic. So, yeah, the volleyball team is a good one for my favorite thing about
Do
KU.
you try to go to all their games?
Yeah, they're free. If you're a student, you can go. So just go support our volleyball team. They're so good.
I feel like I've never been to a volleyball match ever.
Oh, they are
Like
you
not
have
in
to.
high school, not here. So maybe I'll have to now since you are so energetic about that.
Yeah, it's so good, and it's just an awesome environment.
Is it as lively as the basketball games?
I can say it is because again, Allen Fieldhouse has the whole like pump up video beforehand
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But it's a really cool environment. So they have band, and then they have the student section right next to it. So that like little corner is just great. So yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, so do you have anything else to add? Or anything you want to say before we wrap it up here?
I miss Good Morning KU a lot, and I'm glad I was able to do this here today. I miss it a lot, and I really like it. So I hope you're enjoying it too.
Yeah, I am. Thanks so much for coming on. And
Thank you for having me.
yeah, we'll be back with the news. Stay tuned.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. I'm Lauren Jerome.
And I'm Jacob Hammond. This is your Good Morning KU News Update. A shooting at a Shawnee, Kansas Walmart on Sunday has left 1 injured and 1 dead. According to the Kansas City Star, 2 people attacked a woman in the parking lot as she was placing her infant child in the car. 2 additional people came to her aid, and at some point gunshots were fired from both groups. 1 Good Samaritan was injured and taken to the hospital, while 1 of the attackers was killed. The second attacker fled but was reported to be in police custody later in the day.
A Johnson County, Kansas sheriff deputy was killed early Sunday morning when a suspected drunken driver slammed into the back of his car while he was conducting a traffic stop. According to a public information officer, Master Deputy Brandon Collins had pulled over another vehicle near US 69 Highway and West 143rd Street. At about 1:30 a.m., within minutes of this stop, a pickup truck hit Collins' car and it burst into flames. The driver of the truck fled on foot but was later arrested.
Presidential nominee Hillary Clinton left a 9/11 ceremony in New York after feeling overheated. Clinton's physician disclosed that she was diagnosed with pneumonia on Friday morning. Clinton has been prescribed antibiotics and has been advised to rest and make modifications to her schedule.
The Kansas Union has revealed plans for a complete renovation. The new building will feature more bright and open spaces, better access for student services, and newer infrastructure. In order for this to happen, students will have to approve of student fee increasing of $50.
On the 15th anniversary of 9/11, the NFL kicked off the new season with some controversy. Several players and teams chose to express themselves during the Star-Spangled Banner. 4 players on the Miami Dolphins knelt during the national anthem, while Kansas City Chiefs cornerback raised his fist. The entire Seattle Seahawks team stood with interlocking arms.
The Kansas City Chiefs overcame a terrible first half to make it back to a 21-3 deficit and eventually beat the San Diego Chargers in overtime. Quarterback Alex Smith scored a touchdown on the first OT drive to give the Chiefs a 33-27 victory.
The KU football team also got off to a poor start against Ohio University Saturday. The Jayhawks trailed the Bobcats 28-7 at halftime before showing any signs of life. Despite outscoring Ohio in the second half, KU lost 37-21 and dropped to 1-1 on the season.
The Jayhawk volleyball team completed the 3-day stretch with a straight set victory over Northern Iowa on Saturday night. KU is now 9-0 this year and is currently ranked number 4 in the country. The Jayhawks will travel to Purdue this weekend to take on Xavier, Southeastern Louisiana, and the host Boilermakers.
And that will wrap up today's news update. Please keep watching after the break, and Peyton will be here with the weather.
Thanks for staying with us here on this Monday morning. It's going to be another beautiful day. Winds a bit breezy out of the south for this afternoon, up to 84 degrees. Lots of sunshine. We should be staying dry for today. And as we take you hour by hour for this afternoon, we're going to see lots of sunshine. Should be up to 73 for the next hour. 79 by 1 o'clock. Should be in the lower 80s for this afternoon. Again, winds a bit breezy out of the south as we move on through the rest of the day today. Now, as we head on to tonight, a chance for thunderstorms looking like after midnight on the timing for that as we fall back into the mid-60s overnight. Light winds out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And as we head on into tomorrow, that chance for thunderstorms is going to be lingering. We'll call it a 30% chance. Temperatures in the lower 80s will be around 82 for the daytime high. Winds switch to the north behind a cold front. And that's going to be the start of some cooler temperatures as we move on through the rest of this week. 82 tomorrow, but look at this, 70s as we head on into Wednesday. A small chance for storms in the morning, then better chances coming as we head on to Thursday and Friday. Another storm system moving through, going to have a lot more moisture to work with, so some locally heavy rain will be possible. We'll be watching that throughout the week. Thanks for joining us here on Good Morning KU. Andrew's back with your weather tomorrow. Hope you join us then.